So welcome back to our YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also please leave a comment where you don't understand and where we can help you. So today on these tutorials we'll be teaching you how to impute pad footings. So we have a model. We've already created this in bundle. We have a tutorial where we created this model. If you haven't seen the videos, you can check the previous videos before this on our protaStructure and how to tutorial playlist, where you have videos of how we modeled and designed this. Okay, let's get right into it. To design the pad footings, first thing you need to do is to go to your story, your plan. Okay, this story 1, so you go to story 0, double click on your story 0, so that's where you have your area for your foundations. A lot of ways you can impute footings. You can just click on any column, right click on it, you left click first, then you right click on it, you left click to select it, you right click to bring out the options. So you click on insert pad footing, okay. You notice is what has been designed automatically by the software. So you can just check the options and be sure of what's happening. You can come to this geometry, you have this footing label F1 FIC6, like this is the foundation, the footing 1 for column 6. The depth was 500. You can reduce this to see if it's going to pass. Reduce to 400. That means it passes at 400. You can see reduce it again to about 300 to see if okay, it doesn't pass at 300. It says that share check for face off. This is what it demands, but this is the capacity because of 300, so you increase it to 400, so it passes share. Okay, so the concrete cover is 50 automatically. This is the LX, the length on the X direction, and the LY, length on the Y direction, 17 by 17 column. And click on the pedestals here to check the footing depth. Okay, this is the height into the ground is about 1,500. That's what we set. The material concrete grade was C2025. Rebar we use grade 410 type 2, and for the diameter, click on the diameter, you have footing diameter, so we are going to use only Y12. We don't want Y25, we want only Y12, so you click OK. You want to tick the Y25, we want only one Y12, so click OK. Our soil unit weight is about 18 kilonewton per meter cube. So you can edit your ultimate stress on soil. If you can edit it if you want to, but then it's already been calculated to be about 225 kilonewtons per meter square, so you can untick this. Fuel height is this is the fuel height. Okay, ultimate strength factor 1.25. so we have options. Lean concrete thickness is the blinding before the basket, before your blinding is 100. You can reduce it to 50 if you want, but advisably keep it at 100 because it's the foundation is the soil, which is prone to sulfate and chloride attack in the soil depending on where you are building your pad foundations on top. So the more your lean concrete thickness, the greater the resistance to corrosion for it to eat up your concrete and go and attack your reinforcement. So you leave it at 100. Have your column loads. So it's designing this with all combinations, loading combinations, combination 1 to combination 10. You can decide to choose the one you want it to load it to, right? You can decide to choose anyone, but want to design using taking into account of all the combinations, right? You can come to rebar to check your rebar. Okay, so come to 3D. If you click on your 3D view here, close up, you right click and hold, then you rotate your 3D, and this is what it looks like. This is how your details look like. Okay, you have your basket, your pad footing basket, and you have your column reinforcement. You have the main bars and you have the links. Okay, but this provided without top bar, so you can, if you check this and check this, okay, and you zoom into it, you realize that it has provided top reinforcement, but then we don't want top reinforcement, so you can just uncheck this. You provided Y25 at spacing of 250 for this column, but then we can change it to Y12. Doesn't pass Y12, it doesn't pass, so Y12, and we can just change the here to about 200. Press enter. Change this to about 200. Press enter. So it passes at 200. So Y12 at spacing of 200 passes for this. So it's design is successful. So it passes. Can design. Okay, and realize that it passes at Y12 at 2. Y12 at 200 passes. 200. Okay. Y12 at at this first point 100. So you design, and it says that the design is okay. Okay, and you press OK, and it's going to impute the pad footing for you. Or you could let's just leave this. You click on this and you press your delete and you delete that. Or you could highlight. Okay, you could highlight all your members, and we don't want to impute pad for the wall, so you can just hold your control and click on the walls to unselect them. Okay, hold your control and click on the walls to unselect them. So then you right click and you insert pad footing. Click on insert pad footing. Give it time to load. Give it time while the software designs the pad. So design status is XX for all of it. So before you go into designing all the pads in batches, you come to your foundation settings. So foundations, under the general settings, you have this is your soil unit weight. Is allowable stress, soil stress 1.25, allowable stress on soil. I'm using 180 kilonewtons per meter square. That's a bearing capacity, a soil bearing capacity. Okay, soil vertical subgrade coefficient is 50,000. So lean concrete thickness, as I told you, this is the blinding before the pad comes on top of it. So strip footing, we are not using strip footing. So default pad footing form is rectangular. You can change it to square if you want to change it to square, but our default is rectangular. Okay, next thing is the pad minimum C ratio is about 0.2%. Strip footing minimum C ratio 0.2%. Minimum footing width, I've set ours to be about 1,200. Minimum pad base, I like to use, especially if I'm doing a residential building, is about 300. So I like to keep the minimum to be at about 300. Okay, and just allow the system, in case 300 is not sufficient, you can pick 400. So I leave the minimum to be about 300. So the maximum seal spacing is 250. Obviously we check, we don't want top bars, use of top bars, so we have unchecked this. Okay, so the minimum seal bar size is Y12, the distribution bar we want is Y12. So once you're done setting this for your pad, you can click OK, come to redesign all, and you click on design all while you give software time to design all your pads. Okay, so that's been done. You see your design status, check, everything passes right now. Okay, so you see that the first footing one for the first column, you provided a 1.3 by 1.3 column at depth of 300, all of that. So if you're very okay with this, you can just click on OK and give software, and it provides pad for everyone. So you can press escape to unselect, come to your 3D view, and you zoom into it to see what you've done. See, it's okay. That's why the pad is in green. It's okay because I designed. Remember, you come to your analysis, review, the visual interrogation. Your design starts with, we clicked that, so that's why it's showing green. Okay, so that's it for the column. So the next thing is for you to come back to the story. You want to impute pad for the walls. Okay, usually when I want to impute pad for the walls, you can do it independently, but in most cases I like to input pad for our wall, especially because this will be taking like a lift shaft. This is a shear wall, we're going to be taking as a lift shaft. So what we do is to highlight the whole wall, right click on it. Instead of inserting pad footing, you can come and insert combine pad footings, where it combines all the pad footing for all the different walls and designs it together. Okay, so insert pad footing, give it time to load again. It does that. It has designed it with a depth of 300 L, X and LY. You can come to your 3D view to see what your basket looks like. Okay, so this is what your basket looks like. Okay, come to rebars to see. Provided Y12 at 250, Y12 at 250. Okay, so you can press OK. See, your design status is successful. Okay, click on OK. So it has provided pad for your wall, so you can come to your 3D view and look into that. Okay, zoom in, and this is your pad base view. Zoom that, see this. So now it has provided pad base for the wall, and so that's how you design